Hey, what up, world? It's your boy SK in the building again. Yeah, listen, now, if you don't love to get money, this is not a video for you. Catch me on the next. I'm so sorry, but I still love you for checking in. First, I want to mention that I did not grow up with a culture of reading books or novels or anything like that, but I had the enthusiasm for it. Now, today, I want to share with you a few things that I learned after reading the book called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. This book was written by the one and only Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent. A lot of you know this guy. He's not new. If you don't know him as 50 Cent, at least you know him as Kanan from the Power series. Yeah, he's also the guy that sang that other song that goes go shawty, it's your birthday. Yeah, that guy. When I was younger, I loved 50 Cent and I grew up listening to his music, just like some of my best friends. Mr. Lean, or Young Lean, is one of the guys, my best friend, who will be sharing also his review of the book later on in this very video.
What's up, world? What's up, fam? I hope you're fantastic. I hope everybody is doing great. I go by the name of Mr. Lean.
In this book, Curtis Jackson assumes the role of a mentor, and he goes ahead to share with us all the methods that he learned from the streets and the corporate or business world. He states in his introduction that 50 Cent is the man who propelled him to the top, but Curtis Jackson is the man that has been able to keep him there. He draws his experiences from making dirty money as a hustler to making corporate legal cash as a businessman. The fact that Curtis Jackson is speaking from his personal life experience makes this book not only genuine, but also very much applicable in one's journey towards success. I love the fact that this book is very practical and also relatable. You don't have to have sold drugs to learn from it. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're hustling and you're trying to make it to the top, I think this is a perfect book for you. The other thing is that this book is written in plain English. You don't have to struggle to understand what the guy is saying. I read a book one time, trust me, I had to visit the dictionary every after a minute. Shit gave me a hard time. He breaks the book down into 9 vital philosophies. And here they are. Number 1, be fearless. Number 2, cultivate the heart of a hustler. Number 3, build a strong team. Number 4, you have to know your value. Number 5, evolve or die. And number 6, shape your perception. Number 7, don't be afraid to compete. And number 8, learn from your L's, learn from your losses. And last it says, avoid the entitlement trap. In each chapter, as he gave information to back up his philosophies, he kept dropping big names. Yeah, he talked about Jay-Z, he talked about Ja Rule, he talked about everyone that he has had beefs with and disagreements with. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter is filled with jewels, or gems as my brother Mr. Lean calls it. Yeah, and here are some of the ones that I was able to pick up. He says in chapter 1 that the best way to get past the fear is first to acknowledge it. Then second, come up with a plan to get past it. He continues to say that if you're not hustling your absolute hardest, you're never going to reach your full potential in life. Most of us hustle hard, but ask yourself, are you hustling the hardest? Is that the best you can do? In chapter 3, he says you must surround yourself with people who can help support, grow, and articulate your vision. The people that we always keep around us play a very big role in regards to our success.
Constructing your crew. Construction of your crew can be a really important thing to your development in business and personal. There's a lot of skill that you can get from here on how to construct your crew, how to look out for the perfect people to join with in your business. You know, constructing your crew is a very, very important thing, and I learned that in this book.
He says that no matter how high you build your empire, you'll never be able to maintain it if your house is not in order. So everyone around you has to be in order. They have to be on the same page with you. In chapter 4, he says that always fight for your worth, but never take offense that you have to fight in the first place, because when you do that, you're acting off of emotions. He continues to advise that adopting a just do shit mentality will help you in every field. He says that money is the goal, but oftentimes you have to retrain your brain to value experience. Most jobs that you apply for, they're going to ask for experience. So sometimes you have to start somewhere. You must have done something, you know. So do not say no to that job. I know it's penny, they're going to be paying you peanuts. But you're not looking at the money for now. You're looking at the experience. You want to gain that experience. Let it act as a stepping stone to something bigger.
Knowing your value is another chapter that I like the most in this book, because it shows me that whenever you're negotiating a business or negotiating a deal or whatever that you got going on, knowing your value is something that will help you bargain for the higher amount. Knowing your value will help you set your standards high, so you can never get cheated on. Knowing your value can help you actually finesse your way to a fruitful deal, So that's something that you should look out to in his book as well.
In chapter 5, he says that people who get too comfortable or are very unwilling to adapt are the ones who normally get left behind. He says, never settle down. You have to keep finding ways to challenge yourself. Always something bigger. Always look at something bigger. He continues to say that it's great to respect the past, but not up to the point that the past stops you from moving on to the future or making the best out of the present. He says that your time is never wasted when you're gathering information. Everyone knows information is very, very important. If you want to be successful, you have to be informed. That's very important. Get as much information as you can. It's never a waste of time. He says in chapter 6 that the greatest fear that most people have is being themselves. Be yourself, brother. Be yourself, sister. You might want to be SK, but it might not help. So be yourself, always. He continues to say that as long as you're comfortable walking your truth, no one will ever beat you at being you. Only you knows how to be you, nobody else.
Finding fearlessness. I don't care what kind of business you're in. I don't care what kind of field you're in. Finding fearlessness is something that you will need, You will need to progress and proceed, or to greater heights in your business and in life, So it's one of the chapters that I really like the most in this book.
He says in chapter 7 that we always bring up things we love or hate, and we would always prefer the love. But if you cannot get the love, take the hate. There's always a chance that you can turn the hate into something positive. He says that most of us always focus on the negatives and we keep ourselves in sad moments when we actually should be focusing on how to turn the negative into the positive.
And then the power of evolving. You need to learn how to evolve with time, because everything is changing. Music is changing. Fashion is changing. Everything, trends, everything is changing by the day. So you have to evolve in business if you want to be successful. And this is something that you will learn in this book.
In chapter 8, he says that approach failures as a tool that will help you get things done right next time. They say you live, you learn. So don't fail one time and then you think, oh my God, I failed and this is it. My life is done. No. Take it as something to learn from. Learn from your experience and make your future the best.
One more chapter that really has had an impact on me, and that is the power of perception. Oh, I can't tell you enough of how much, man, when I read this whole entire book, I think this was my favorite chapter. The power of perception. The power of projecting the right perception.
Chapter 9, it says that you can never feel satisfied if you're not applying yourself to something you're passionate about. Find something that you're passionate about, focus on it, and find ways of making money out of it. He said it's very important. We all know whenever you're doing something you're passionate about, you don't even feel that it's a job. money still coming, you know. He says that most successful people end up chasing the same dream multiple times until they realize it. Otherwise, they never stop. Now, if you have any dreams, start chasing it today. And be sure to follow some of the philosophies this guy is sharing in his book. I'm confident that they will help you to realize your dream if you do just that. So there you have it. Hustle harder, hustle smarter is the way to go. If you have been able to pick up even one idea from this video that could help you elevate your financial status or your mentality, then this video has served this purpose. Yeah, I thank you for watching, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Leave the notification button on so you can see everything that I upload every time I do, and leave a comment, and peace out.
Put in some effort in what you wear. Put in some effort when you're choosing the cologne, the perfume that you're gonna wear. You know, show up looking nice, show up looking like, you know, you're ready to mingle. I mean, you're ready for the entanglement. You know, you gotta put in that work.